Neshoba County House Party. I have with me my wife Mary of 41 years, and that's all I'm going to say about my wife. I also have one of our children and two of our grandchildren, Mary Maxie, better known as Mac, and Mason, and Mary Jackson. Proud to have them here. I thought this was going to be the next and last speech of the Neshoba County Fair, but the two other guys signed up. Now, I know that the mule races start around 1:30. They've knocked a lot of folks out. They may knock somebody else out for the second time this year when they speak. Politics and politicians bring up the craziest things, and politicians say some of the craziest things. Kirk Fordyce and I were business partners before he was elected governor, and I was elected to the legislature. As governor, he was approached about a place to store nuclear waste in Mississippi. It was called a nuclear repository, to be considered for a county near here. I was serving on the House Environmental Committee, and we had a committee meeting about the issue. And a member of the committee, who some credit as being a Gulf Coast lady, actually with Dan Peranich, was curious about Kirk even thinking about a nuclear repository in the state of Mississippi. And she was so mad during the committee meeting, she said, "I'll tell you one thing, it'll be a cold day in hell before Kirk Fordyce has a nuclear suppository in the state of Mississippi." We politicians often get words wrong. But this year, it's a political season again. And sometimes the candidates all start to sound the same. The signs even start to blend together in a rainbow pattern. But this year, before an election that really affects your pocketbook, I want to talk to you a little bit about insurance commission. It's not the governor's race. It's not the lieutenant governor's campaign. It's the election for insurance commission. Think about it. Almost 2 years after Katrina, the insurance situation in Mississippi is still a mess. That's why I'm running to clean up the mess. 41 years ago, when I graduated from Mississippi State, Mary and I married. We never thought that insurance would one day be our largest household expense. After the birth of our son, of pure beauty in Vietnam, and the birth of $2, when I was here today, I worried more about college expense and wedding expense than insurance premiums. All the kids are now married and produce 5 wonderful, beautiful grandchildren for us, 2 of which are here today. Today, insurance premiums are one of our largest household expenses in Mississippi and one of the largest expenses for most families that they can afford and find insurance. When your monthly insurance premiums are higher than your monthly mortgage payments for the working families and folks in our great state, we have a problem in Mississippi. The insurance commissioner affects how much of your hard-earned money you have to pay out to protect your family and property. And it can vary by hundreds to even thousands of dollars each year. For the last 4 years, I've served as chairman of the Senate Education Committee. Haley told you this morning that at the end of this year, we will have put $529+ million into education K through 12, more money than has ever been put in the history of our great state. It's the largest expenditure and increase in any 4-year period. We've done a lot for the boys and girls in the classroom, but we still have problems in this state. 17 districts in the lower 6 counties of our state have experienced a 300% increase in their insurance premiums to cover the schools, from $4 million in 2004 to $14 million in 2006. Now, we didn't put that much money in this last session when we appropriated dollars, and even in this record appropriation. In 2004, Mississippi ranked number 5 in homeowner premiums in the United States. In 2006, preliminary data shows that Mississippi ranks number 6 in the nation in homeowner insurance premiums. No, I take that back, number 2 in homeowner premiums. You see, Katrina didn't cause the insurance problem. Katrina uncovered and made larger the insurance problem in the state of Mississippi. Affordable and available insurance has hampered the rebuilding of over 50,000 homes on the Gulf Coast 2 years after Katrina. Very little has been done because of insurance costs. We, the people of this great state, have shown a willingness to give of our time, talent, and money, and to help our neighbors. We've shown a resilient, courage, and uncommon strength to face the obstacles of life. but we do not deserve to have the obstacle of some of the highest insurance premiums in the United States and to be insulted with denial of coverage in some areas of our state. This has to change. Our state is entering a period of economic growth and has the most potential that it has ever had for prosperity for all of our people. But this potential cannot be achieved without the availability of affordable insurance. Now, I want to make a real clear statement. Your local agent's not to blame for this problem. Local agents can only sell and only price the products that are given to them by the insurance companies. These companies need a regulator. I intend to be that regulator as your insurance commissioner. I will and I can do the job as insurance commissioner. When workers' comp rates doubled in the early 90s, I was one of 3 companies that formed the Mississippi Manufacturers Workers' Comp Pool in 1991. 3 companies, a little over 100 employees. Today, over 275 companies are members, and in excess of 20,000 Mississippians are covered with workers' comp through that MMA pool. There was only one carrier at that time. We went and we found a solution to the private enterprise sector to solve that problem. I'm a candidate of successful business and legislative experience. As a state senator, I've helped write building codes in the new wind pool program and wind mitigation data bank program to protect everyone who has insurance in Mississippi. The codes have helped hundreds of millions of dollars of federal aid to be sent to the coast to rebuild after Katrina and to allow private insurance providers to return to writing coverage in the southern part of our state. The job of insurance commissioner is to be an advocate for 2.9 million Mississippians. As your insurance commissioner, I will be an advocate for 2.9 million Mississippians and not any special interest group. When I got into this race, I created competition. Competition's good, let me tell you. When I got in 2 weeks later, some of the large insurance companies began to come back and renegotiate how they were paying out claims. A Bill of Rights was finally issued by the Mississippi Insurance Department. We couldn't pass it in the legislature. They finally did something about it. And now, they're doing some other things. It may be progressive, but it may be too little too late. As a legislature, I've been part of forming and funding the Rural Fire Truck Program. The Rural Fire Truck Program affects a lot of people in Neshoba County, and in particular this fair. It helps you lower your insurance rates for providing fire protection in the rural areas of our state. I've been a part of solving the workers' comp programs. I've been a part of solving the medical insurance mess in this state, and providing school teachers and state employees with proper health coverage in 1994. That's the year we began it. I was a co-author of that bill. I've been a part of solving the building code requirements and passing the wind mitigation data bank to help homeowners get deep discounts in insurance. I hope you see that not only can I do the job, but I will do the job. In addition to the insurance regulation, the commissioner is responsible to be the state fire marshal. A big job. We're one of the top states in fire health in this state. The first responders in our state are policemen and firemen. We need proper training for that. We need more money in the fire academy. And as your insurance commissioner, I will see that we can get every dollar we can to improve the fire academy. We've got great leaders over there that just need more resources. I've got a 14, 15-point plan on the website, Chaney07.com. Time doesn't allow me to cover all of those points, but I want to tell you, you can go there and look at them. One of the things that I will ask, and I want to make it clear, I will ask the legislature to look at making the job of insurance commissioner an appointed job and not an elected job. 44 states and territories appoint the insurance commissioner. Only 11 states and 1 territory actually elects an insurance commissioner. Those states, by and large, that have appointed commissioners have lower insurance rates. They have better regulation of the companies. That's a legislative decision, not a commissioner's decision, as to whether or not the job should be elected or appointed. And I will ask them to look at it. I would ask that in August next month, and again in November, that you go to the polls and you vote for Mike Chaney. That's Chaney with an A. Mary and I actually look forward to serving as your insurance commissioner. We appreciate your vote, your time here today, and especially your prayers and support throughout this campaign. May God bless the United States and this great state of Mississippi. Thank you for being here.